Hi, today I'm so happy to have Gil Cividanes to join us and talking about his experience. So Gil, introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, well, my name is Gil Cividanes. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I was born in October of 1949, which makes me 72 at the present moment. I don't feel 72. I think a lot has to do with our childhood, which was, I would say, exceptional. We have to thank our grandparents and our parents for that. I'll be honest with you on that. I never forgot my neighborhood, which I still go to once a month and walk around at the Brooklyn Heights, which is very historical, going back to American Revolutionary War times, and also to, I'm going to say, the West Village, which is next to Greenwich Village, because that's where my father was born. And I would say I got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, so you have a lot of experience. So now, what do you do? You're retired, right?
Yes, right. I am temporarily retired, but I've been going back, trying to look for substitute teaching in various schools. My mother, before she passed away one time, said it. She noticed I was very restless, and she said, "You miss your audience," and the audience were my kids, who many who I've taught still keep in touch with me. I'm grateful for that. And I'm trying to get back into substitute teaching and doing my own Zoom conferences on historical topics, as well as music, dance, and movies.
You're really busy for 72. So that is a great introduction of you and see your personality is never, bound by your age. So now we back to, ballroom dancing. So yes. How did you start ballroom dancing and when do you start?
Well, I go back, all of us have ethnic backgrounds. My ethnic background is Spanish. So as a kid growing up and going to my grandmother's house, my great aunt's house, dancing was a part of the family. And it was the Spanish dancing, which I watched, and I danced with my grandmother, my great aunts, and my mother. Kind of got into that. And then when I was about 7 or 8, my grandmother got a TV set, and lo and behold was Dick Clark's, rock and roll show. So I thought that was pretty cool, good, rock and roll. So my first year up in camp with the older guys, it was just a boys' camp, and they introduced dancing. I got into dancing, and it was the big dance at the time was the twist. So I enjoyed doing that. And then one year I came home, and my mother said, "Gil, we're sending you to dancing school." I said, "Oh, okay." So naturally I thought, well, dancing school, it's going to be a carryover from camp. We're going to do the twist, the slop. Great, no problem. She says, "You have to go there every Friday night, after school with your suit on, white gloves and whatever." I said, "Okay, that's not a problem." So when I got there the first time, there were more girls than boys. As a matter of fact, a lot of those girls still keep in touch with me. We haven't seen each other in about 55 plus years. And one of the girls said, there were only 7 boys. Well, it didn't register, but I do remember that Miss Hepburn's dancing classes, and she was teaching the waltz, the foxtrot, the rumba, the Lindsay. And I thought this was fun. Then I got into sports, and I left for I think it was around 1963, but I returned. I asked Miss Hepburn if I could return for the Christmas dance of 1963, and I did. Now, what I always remember about that dance, had been only a couple of weeks after JFK's assassination. So for us teenagers, we were looking for, I guess, to be happy. And we had a good time. And then for some reason, I really got into sports. Now, all of a sudden, in the 70s, it's like nobody's dancing. Here, most of us are college educated. We're in the business world, and we're going every Friday or Saturday night dancing. And we're going to places like the Adam's Apple.
So you have been dancing pretty much all your life then, right? It sounds like.
I would say so. I'm going to have to say it was, because the disco era, excuse the expression, there was a dance place called Dance Your Ass Off. All right. I'm being honest with you. And then disco, I think, died out by 1980. Then I think in 2019, before the pandemic hit, my wife and I, she had to do something at a credit union, and we're driving on Kinnicamack Road, and I see Fred Astaire Dance Studio. And I said to my wife, I said, I wonder what that's about. I got excited. And I went in there and introduced myself. And I met Julia, Nikki, people who, you know, Jamie, and all these wonderful people. And I said, I'm thinking to get into this. And I did get into it. I go, and you've seen me at shows. Julia, my wonderful instructor partner, she's the one that's got me going. You know, she says, well, you got to come, you know.
Yeah.
I felt like a kid. And I told Julia, and I said, and she kids around with me a lot. I said, I feel like a kid. I'm not 72, I'm 11.
This is great. It makes us feel young, right? That's one thing I found. There's one question I want to ask you.
Sure.
What is the real benefit of ballroom dancing to you?
I say the socialization with different people, talking to the instructors, the judges, and meeting so many people, and just going out there and have a good time. And of course, feeling young. Julia and myself, we've been working on the Argentine tango. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow I go, and then I think it's Friday night, we're going to be showcasing that at the studio.
Yay!
And then and then the following Saturday, a good friend of mine who has a rock and roll group, he and I talked, because his dinner dances the last couple of years, I mean, they're playing good music, but no one's up there dancing. And I'm just like, what's happened to people? You know, like my friend Ross will say, you know, if you want to get old, you'll get old if you don't start to move around. And at night, I may be watching a game or whatever, but I'll be practicing. One of the dances I saw in a movie was from Picnic, a movie with Kim Novak and William Holden. And guess what? We're going to try and do that routine from Picnic. And also from a Western music, Western with Henry Fonda, My Darling Clementine, where he does a dance scene. And Julia I'll say, what do you think? And she'll say, we can do it.
You feel challenged and then have a motivation to do something new. That is another benefit, right?
Exactly. Posture is important. You know, standing up straight, getting that spine lined a certain way. And what happens is that we forget, because all of a sudden you're on the couch and you're slouching. And then when you get up, it's like, you know, wow, I'm hurting, you know. So the posture is very important. I just enjoy it because of its fun. I enjoy dancing. I'm not out there to win an award. I just enjoy dancing. I said, if I get good scores, wow, that makes me feel good. Having a good partner is very important. And, you know, Julia is one of the best. And I enjoy it. I just hope I can continue to do it for a while.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. So before we end this interview, if you are going to say one thing to the people that hasn't tried ballroom dancing yet, what would you say to them?
I'm going to say go out and do it. Yesterday, there were two kids who ice skate, and I was watching them. There was a boy and a girl, and I was talking to the mothers. I said, well, how do I ballroom dance? And he gave me this look like, well, it's okay. I said, look, I said, take it from a 72-year-old. I said, it's a lot of fun. Do it. I said, I was watching you. I know you're an ice skater. Dancing will help you in your ice skating. I said, it helped me play sports. And I said, get out there and do it. And that's what I would tell anybody. I don't care what your age. Get out there and do it. You're going to feel like a new person. And that's the thing. As you and I know, with all things going on, plenty of things will bring you down. This will brings you up.
I love what you just say.
Yeah.
This will bring you up, and just do it. This is amazing.
I hope you find this video useful, and please give me a thumbs up and click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. And click the little bell button as well, so when I have a new video comes out, you will be notified.